Shalom, shalom. Give all honor, praise, glory to you. How about Shem Yahushai? Walker Dashakar. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and the elders over me in my camp. Shalom to the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord, will this be edifying under exhorting. This will be quick though. So yeah, they got I'm gonna start because people know about her situation. This WNBA player, Brittany Grinner, they got held up in Russia and everything. So yes, so they got locked up for some little marijuana oil, something slight, but they got her detained and everything, making a big deal out of it. And we believe that this is this is why, because of the little situation that's going on with Ukraine and Russia, and how Biden is putting sanctions on them. So this says Russia announces sanctions on Biden and several top U.S. officials. Now let me go to the point. It says the foreign ministry at the top. The foreign ministry warned Moscow will soon announce additional sanctions because the original sanctions were on these people. Deputy National Security Advisor Dalip Singh, U.S. Agency for the International Development Chief, some other people. Hillary Clinton, I believe, too. And Biden himself. But, the point is, hold on, let me find where I was at. Okay, right here it says the foreign ministry warned Moscow will soon announce additional sanctions against a range of, what's this? It say Russophobic. So basically that means like against Russia. U.S. officials, military officers, legislators, businessmen, and media personalities. And it's hard to find this because, this specific paragraph right here. Because it's plenty of articles that talk about Russia putting sanctions on the U.S., but this is the only one that I could find that says additional sanctions. Media personalities. So I thought about her being detained over there. They got her locked up, doing who knows what. And, the brothers with me, we were making jokes about her and about this, about her situation. Being that she's a lesbian, they probably doing all type of stuff to her, popping her and all type of stuff like, Edomite men or whatever, just messing with her, torturing her or whatever. So yeah. Let's go back to this picture. It says, I'm not sure if the U.S. is talking about this enough, but they need to bring Brittany Grinner home. Like Russia tripping, and it's not being talked about at all. Where the coverage? Where the uproar? And I was thinking about this too. I'm not sure if she's big enough for an uproar, but I mean, she is actually, yeah, because I can't think of his name at the moment. The one that had his neck pressed on with his knee. George Floyd. He caused uproar. She could definitely cause uproar, especially if the Lord wanted to happen. She could definitely do it. If it comes out that they done something to her, she died over there for whatever reason they try to put. That will cause an uproar. And I'm telling what that could lead to. You already know how these people be with their feminist movements and everything. But that could do something. But, people in power, they don't go, like, Biden and them, They don't really give a fuck about Brittany Grinner. But Russia could be using this as a sanction, and that's what the other brother Shariyaf said originally, that this could be a possible personal sanction. It says WNBA star Brittany Griner's detention in Russia extended until May 19th. It's March right now. So that's the rest of March, April, and then some of May. And no one knows when she was first detained. It came out after the fact. No one knows what she's doing right now. They said, word is that she was well. But that's what they said. Now, she's not a good person. So, something happened to her over there. She get killed. However, gone missing somehow. She been had it coming a long time ago. First of all, she's married to a woman. Leviticus 20:13, if a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with womankind, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death, their blood shall be upon them. That's talking about man and a man. Specifically, but it's both actually. A woman not supposed to be lying with no woman. A man not supposed to be lying with a other woman. I mean, a man and a man, no. Woman to woman, no. Clearly, right? But that's what's going on in her situation. She has a whole wife, so-called, back at the crib, back here in the States. So I say drug charges. It said Moscow court extended WNBA superstar Brittany's detention in Russia on drug charges. It's just like, really, she had a pen. Cannabis pen. Had the oil in it that they be smoking out of. That's what she had. I'm talking about drug charges being excessive. You see right, this is cannabis oil. Vape cartridges containing cannabis oil, but whatever. Got the dreads, tattoos, married to a woman. So the Lord could kill her over there. That now, probably spark uproar. But this could be a sanction, It says additional sanctions against a range of Russo-phobic, Russia-phobic U.S. officials, military officers, legislators, businessmen, and media personalities. So she could fall under them categories, and they can end up turning that to a sanction. Because we kind of in war, a little bit. I know, yeah, Russia's in a little war right now, a little small war. The U.S. is, they in out of it. They barely in it, but they kind of involved in a way. Yeah, they are involved because they're putting sanctions on Russia. A bunch of sanctions on them. U.S. calls Putin war criminal. Biden, it says, by labeling Putin a war criminal, Biden personalizes the conflict. Basically, everybody talking about Putin how he crazy, war criminal, he just want violence, like he's Hitler or something, whatever. Let's see what they would give me for war criminal. I think he originally brought this up for what they were doing to Ukraine. I think they tried a chemical attack. Oh, it's rumors about chemical attacks. Yeah, but they're looking at this man like he's a Hitler, calling him a war criminal, like he, and that made me think of POWs, how she could possibly fall into that category of that. Brittany Grinner, a prisoner of war. So they could have her locked up just playing with her. Because you know how Esau's sick and everything. They be doing all type of stuff behind closed doors. And I got this scripture too. Now, these are righteous laws. But Esau, they got all their laws from here and then flipped them and made them their own. And do it up. So, they could do the same with this too. And take advantage of this whole situation with her being down there. This is talking about if we take over a land and we find a captive that we like, we could take her and make her my wife. According to the scriptures, according to this law. I'm going to read verse 11. And seest among the captives a beautiful woman, and has a desire unto her, that thou wouldest have her to thy wife. Then thou shalt bring her home to thine house. She shall shave her head and pare her nails. And eventually, after a while, then you can go in unto her. They probably flip this around, and doing the same thing as these scriptures. Not the same thing, but the same idea. Taking her as their wife, messing with her, popping her, doing whatever, making her do this, making her shave her head, whatever. They can have her do whatever over there. We don't know. They just immediately gonna say what they say. I don't want to drag this out. 13 minutes. I don't want to drag it out, but yeah, I just want to bring this out. A little update. So it says, where the coverage and where the uproar. So they're not talking about it. They could just send her back, but they're not. I'm sure they got a plan. So we'll find out in time. I just wanted to bring that out. Shalom.